Hello everyone, welcome to The Storyist. It has been a very old saying that people should not judge a book by its cover, which means people should not conclude something about someone based on what they see on the outside. Because looks and appearance can be deceiving, and trusting people just because of their looks has victimized many souls than one can imagine. Today, I will be sharing with you a story about a racist woman who has fallen victim to this kind of attitude, as she rejects a black customer with a Black American Express card. But the customer gets the last laugh. Stay until the end of the video to find out what happened. Candace is working at a restaurant. She has worked there for almost all her life. She was once a feisty college student. She had everything she ever needed in life. She was somehow wealthy, in fact. When she was in high school, she used to be their school's most popular girl. She always wore branded clothes, expensive shoes, and the fanciest hairstyle. She also drove a Maserati. Everyone in their school was jealous of her. But none of them would be jealous of her now if they can see what happened to her. From a perfect life, Candace's life was shattered when her father, who was the source of all their family's riches, cheated and went after another girl. He spent all of his money on the gold digger woman that he'd just met from a club. Candace started feeling the blow of this affair when she was in high school. From her huge wardrobe filled with designer clothes, she was starting to lose them one by one as her father would ask her to sell some of them, until she would only have a few pairs. The furniture in their home also started vanishing one by one, and she would often see her mom and dad fight. Candace did not understand any of all that back then. She couldn't fathom the reason why her expensive things started going away. She only realized that their family had finally gone broke when her father and mother filed for a divorce, which ripped off every last penny they had. What was more upsetting for her was the fact that her father had not even saved up for her college when he went rogue for his gold digger mistress. Her father used to have a good business, but then he met a gold digger at a club. He made her his secretary, and the two started having an affair. The worst part of it was that he gave her all the diamonds she could have, even spending money he had not made or earned yet. This made his business come crashing down, leaving no penny for his own family. When he finally filed for the bankruptcy of his business, her gold digger mistress left her without saying a word. He was devastated, and he regretted everything he had done. But if there was anyone who would take the hard blow of it all, it was Candace. From being the ultimate mean girl in their school, she plummeted down to the poor girl whom everybody talked about. She was so embarrassed about what happened to her life that she had to switch schools. She and her mother decided to leave town as well. But despite this major change in her life, she remained mean, detached, apathetic, and unforgiving. She still looked down on people. And even though she was not rich anymore, she still loved making other people feel inferior. Instead of becoming humble, she even became worse as a person. When she entered her new school, she did not tell anybody that she was poor. She still wore what was left in her wardrobe. All the expensive and lavish items she used to flex on her classmates before, she was showing off to her new classmates. She just jumped from one town to another without accepting the fact that she was not the same rich girl she used to be. However, her reputation as a rich girl could not pay her college fees. So when she entered college, having no savings from her father, she had to work for them herself. That was when she entered a job at a restaurant. She was a waitress there, and she had been all throughout college. However, she was not able to finish her studies because Candace was a little stubborn, to say the least. Given that she had work to do at the restaurant during the night, she would not study for her subjects at home. This led her to fail most of her subjects. That and the fact that she also would not attend most of her class schedules because she liked partying with her friends. During college, she met many friends, and they all thought she was rich, which she also made them believe, so she would attend every party her friend would go to, leaving her hungover in the morning and not able to attend her classes. These parties and going out also drained her money from her waitress job, so she had no money to pay for her college fees. Basically, Candace's life was a wreck and she just let it be. It seemed like she finally gave up in life and just stuck to her waitressing job. In the succeeding years, Candace jumped from one job to another, but most of them are being a waitress or a cashier at a convenience store. Since she had no good education background, those were the only jobs she was able to fund for herself. Besides, she had nothing else that she was good at. Currently, at her 30s, she is scanning items at a convenience store for a living. She hates her job. She stands there for 8 consecutive hours on her heels, and makeup she does not even like, scanning grocery items. For her, there is nothing more boring than her current job. One morning, while Candace is scanning items without any interest at the cashier counter, she encounters a black customer. Candace does not encounter many black people in her town, so she is immediately appalled by his presence. He is dressed like an ordinary man as well. Candace just pouts at him while she scans his grocery items. Candace starts to realize that the man has so many items inside his big cart, and they are all expensive items. He keeps looking at the man every time she scans the items, somewhat judging him by his looks if he can really afford such grocery items. Candace's eyes start to widen more and more when she starts seeing the total go up to $500, and there are still a lot of items in his cart. She starts wondering where the black man could have gotten the cash to pay for all the items. After a long while of scanning the items, the total ranks up to $800. Okay, that's $800. Are you gonna pay in cash? Candace says in a bored tone. I'd like to use my Black American Express card, please. The black man politely replies. Instead of accepting it, Candace cracks into a big laugh. She continues doing so until she notices that the man is not laughing with her. Her laugh turns serious. Oh, you're not kidding? I'm sorry, but you don't look like someone who owns an express card. I'd have one years before you even do, Candace says sarcastically. The black man just looks at her and takes out his express card. Candace is surprised to see the man's card, and she immediately takes it. Why do you have this? I'm sure you've stolen it somewhere. I'm calling security, says Candace in a hushed tone. The man just lets her call security without even saying a word. She just looks at Candace in confidence, creeping her out. May I just ask, why did you think I can't own an express card? The man asks. Candace rolls her eyes and laughs sarcastically. Is it not obvious? You're a black guy living in a town full of white people. I haven't seen you here for the longest time that I've been working here. And you look like you're even poorer than me. So, no, sir, you can't con me, Candace replies. So you base your judgment off of someone's appearance? The black man asks her again. Candace gets caught up, but she doesn't answer. After a while, the security comes to capture the black man, but the man shows them his ID. The security staff recognizes him and immediately says sorry. One of the security staff turns to Candace and says, Are you crazy? That man's the owner of this chain store. Candace's eyes widen when she hears this. She cannot believe that she just insulted the owner of her workplace. She tries to apologize to the man, but it is too late. The man grabs his express card back. I don't tolerate racist people in my stores. So, if you may, please walk out and never come back, the man says, and Candace walks away crying. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Stay tuned.